Discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas call pimp.
Awesome sauce. Hello, everyone, boys and girls, adults of all ages. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I'm your host, Brian Adam Wonders, the comic pimp. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you for allowing me into your hearts, into your homes. Remember, we don't need set to have a vision. It's not what happens to us, it's what we do about it. I love you all, and I thank you for joining me each and every week. Before we bring on my lovely, sexy, and talented guest, I'd like to thank some of my sponsors. I'd like to thank Exotica. Exotica comes to you to the Miami Airport Convention Center July 14th, 15th, and 16th. If I'm wrong with those dates, I do apologize. But the sexiest convention on God's green earth, where you can learn about sex, relationships, and kinks, and get orgies and swinger parties, and seminars on the break into the industry, all that amazing stuff. It's going to be in Miami. Go to exotica.com for all your Exotica needs. Tell them Brian Adam sent you. I think I may actually be at this one. If I can get a good deal for Spirit or Frontline.
And it's exoticaexpo.com. Exoticaexpo.com. Yes.
Dan, and I apologize about that, but you've never corrected me in 3 years, so I do apologize. Apologize? I also would like to thank the Big Apple Comic Con. Big Apple Comic Con returns to Flushing, Queens, their Cosmic Con, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. For all the information on that, please go to bigapplecc.com. Tell them Brian Adam sent you. I also want to big shout out to my homie JV. I am JV Wheels all over the internet. He is the man in the chair for my Tuesday show. One of my best friends in the whole world. I would not have met or been able to get in contact with tonight's guest without his help. So, JV, I love you, man. Thank you for being a part of the Awesome Sauce Radio family, and we'll be in touch later. Now, with that all out of the way, I'd like to welcome to Awesome Sauce Radio the sexy, the talented, the beautiful Selena May. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. By the way, I have to say, your intro song is so good. I was like vibing out of here. I was like, okay, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's the pimp.
I see you.
That was one of the the core things that I was able to find when I made the transition from audio only to this.
Okay, awesome. Oh, shout out JV. I was gonna say that too. I just saw his little comment pop up, but shout out to him. He's awesome.
What up, Jason?
I love him. So can you please tell my audience who you are and what you do?
So my name is Selena May at Selena May XO. I am an online adult entertainer. I do content creation. I have an OnlyFans. I do many vids, things like that. And then I also do cam. I've kind of, took a step back from camming so much recently, but I was camming mostly on my free cams, but I've been on a few different sites. So yeah, I go to the conventions. I, here, there, I do my thing.
Yeah, were you at Chicago?
I was not at Chicago. I went to Chicago last year, but I did not make it this year.
Yes, I did not make it this year. I was not able to find a flight in time, and it was a week right before a commitment I had in Las Vegas, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait.
Yeah. I will be at Miami, though.
Yeah. Is Miami worth going to?
Miami, so I will say that it is the slowest of the conventions as far as like foot traffic, but I think it's because there's a lot to do. Like the other conventions are in Edison, New Jersey, like Chantilly, Virginia, and I forget, Rosemont, Illinois. So they're kind of random areas, so there's not a lot to do there. So I think more people come out for it, whereas Miami, there's like shit going on every day. There's a beach, there's clubs, there's bars, whatever. But it's really fun. I love going for the after parties. I always stay at the host hotel, so I love going to the after parties at the hotel, and like the nude beach is not that far, so I love going there. I like to make a little trip out of it.
So that would be the one to go to if you wanted to really have a good time at the after parties.
Yeah, if you are looking to go to the after parties and, go out and like socialize more so, make more of a vacation out of it, I would recommend that. If you're going solely for the convention, New Jersey is the way to go. New Jersey is my favorite. It's the busiest. It's always crazy. And
New Jersey, it just feels like I go there with an agenda each and every year, and I'm happy if I get half of it done.
yeah, exactly. That's how I am. Like, there's always so many people I want to meet, and then I end up like just saying, hi, oh, sorry, I gotta go do this, sorry, I gotta do, so it's busy. And that's the other thing that I do like about Miami is it's not so busy. So I have more time to like actually have a full conversation with people, actually like, hash it out.
So maybe Miami would be the better one to go for networking then.
Definitely. Especially if you're a content creator or something like that, like you should definitely go there because the best Airbnbs and hotels and all that shit are out there. So
nice. How did you get started in the industry?
So I started when I was 19. I actually started in like the premium Snapchat era, if you remember that.
Yes, I
So it was kind of the wild, wild west. Like it was very different than it is now. Things are very strict. So yeah, I started on Snapchat. I was before I got into the industry, I was in college. I was working 3 jobs. I was like had no social life, had no time for anything, and I've been thinking about doing camming for a while. And I was like, going back and forth. I did my research, and then I got to a certain point that I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Like, I was freaky already, so I was like, why not do it on the internet?
Yeah. So, outside of my, what is it, my free camps?
Yes.
Have you been on any of the other just camming platforms?
So I started, the first site that I was ever on was Camversity. I don't even know if that site is around anymore.
They're still around.
I don't know. I was only on there a couple times, but yeah, I was on there at first. So I guess I could explain a little bit more. Like when I first started, like I said, I started with the premium Snapchat, and then I kind of got into like clip creation, I guess, from that. Like I started making little videos out of my Snapchat shows and stuff. So then I got onto ManyVids, and then I ended up getting into the different cam sites. So yeah, I started on Camversity, and then I got to My Free Cams because I think My Free Cams and Chatterbait are about the most popular. I tried Chatterbait a couple times for boy-girl shows, but it's so different. It's so hard to understand with all the bots and stuff. It would take a lot of sitting down and learning. But I recently tried Cam Soda too, which was pretty cool. I only went on once, but might go on there again. And I also made an account on ePlay, if you've heard of that, because I've heard really good things.
I think they were promoting themselves at AVN, and
okay.
I still haven't had a chance to play around with everything yet because in this weird process of trying to hire new sighted help, and I don't always want to ask my friends, but can you help me with this, please?
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
There's times I think JV wants to strangle me.
No, he's too nice. He would never.
One of these days, I'm just gonna attach a machine gun to his wheelchair. If you ask me to upload one more goddamn thing to your ManyVids.
That's hilarious.
Because he was saying even last night on our Tuesday night show, he was like, I've been tortured because I have to always look at Adam first. I'm editing all this shit for him.
Man, and that's a hard job. Trust me, editing is not the fun part of the job. Like making the videos is the fun part, and then the editing, marketing, all that shit is the part that nobody wants to do. So you're lucky. You're lucky. I might be calling JV. Can you edit my videos?
He would love that. He's no kidding aside, he is really awesome at what he does. I could not have done a few of the things I've done this year without him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, outside of the camming, do you make straight up content as far as porn or?
So I don't do any. I've never done any like professional porn, but I have a bunch of boy girl on my OnlyFans and on my ManyVids. So I do boy girl, but not professionally by any means. Just little home videos, but that's kind of what I'm into anyways. Like I don't personally like professional porn. It's just like I know behind the scenes, so I know it's not really as sexy as they're portraying it. I like my shit is the amateur shit. Like I love when it's recorded on a phone, when it's just like some freaky shit, a guy doing some back shots. Like that's my thing for sure. So I like to recreate that as much as possible.
That's awesome. I'm into more reality based stuff that isn't so overproduced.
Agreed. Same here.
You know, like one of my favorite websites to watch as a fan is something called Crack Whore Confessions.
Okay, okay. I was on one not too long ago that was like desperate whores or something like that, and that one was pretty hot because it was like bitches they just picked up off the street and shit, or so they say. But
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay.
Some of them, it's just like, this could be real.
You never know,
Some of it
but
doesn't look scripted. It doesn't look professionally done enough to look scripted.
yeah, because that's what my thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Brazzers and all those companies, like they shoot beautiful, like cinematically, they're beautiful videos. But for me, it's just like I'm trying to see a girl get dogged. I'm trying to see some freaky shit. Like, I'm not trying to see the nice, like, ooh, yeah, type shit. I don't know. It's boring to me.
All right. Sweet. So, out of all the platforms out there, what is the best to start with?
I would
In
say
your
my
opinion?
OnlyFans. My OnlyFans is the best to start with. I would say before anything, follow me on Twitter because I have previews of everything on my Twitter. I have so much freaky shit on there, but definitely my OnlyFans because I have lots of videos on there. I have lots of teases, sexy clips, like thousands of fucking videos and pictures posted to my profile, and it's only $10 a month. So I would say join that and see how you like it, and then maybe go to my ManyVids because ManyVids allows things that OnlyFans doesn't. For example, OnlyFans doesn't allow squirting anymore, and I do love
Wait,
squirting.
OnlyFans
So
isn't on squirting anymore?
no, I don't know if it's because it can be confused with pee or like what that is, but I have seen girls get their accounts taken for squirting. So I don't play with it. I try to be, and they don't let you do any kind of public stuff. Because when I first started, like I said, it was the Wild Wild West. Like you could do
Exactly.
anything the fuck you want. And now it's the opposite. So I started out doing like public content, boy girl content. Like I didn't know anything about like filling out forums and all that crazy shit you got to do now. So it's very different. It's very different. I can say
Yeah,
that, but
I have two scenes that will never see the light of day because I was learning the paperwork process as I was going along.
it's rough and like it's hard to learn that stuff. I didn't learn that stuff until I had worked with like other content creators and not like a porn way, but you know what I mean, filling out
Yeah,
paperwork for photo shoots and things like that. And I was like, oh, interesting. That's how that works.
yeah. So I was like, okay. I was like, whoops, we forgot the photocopy and ID. Holy
I know.
shit, we're not. I guess we're not using this.
Save it for your personal collection, right?
Actually, that's when we wound up. We agreed to just delete it.
Yeah, sometimes it's better off that way, and especially since OnlyFans and all these sites started cracking down, it is hard. Also, by the way, I didn't mention I do have a free OnlyFans. It's on my link tree, so if anybody wants to get on that to just, get a little taste.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, you got it.
What do you think of all the age verification laws that are being talked about right now?
So I have mixed feelings about that. I think it's a really good thing that they're taking a step in that direction because obviously minors should not be watching porn, right? I think we can all agree on that. And
Exactly.
me personally, because I'm kind of the first generation, I'm 25, I just turned 25 not too long ago. So I'm kind of the first generation that I've had the internet my whole life.
Yeah.
And I definitely saw porn and like graphic videos way, way, way younger than I should have. And that definitely fucked me up in the head a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So personally, like when I have kids, my kids will not have the internet probably at all. But I just feel like maybe the way that Utah is going about it with, I don't know, because there's ways that people are gonna get around it, and especially kids because they're so smart and they've grown up with this stuff.
Yeah. I
They'll
mean,
get VPNs. They'll
those
figure out a
savvy.
way.
I think the savvy kids. You're like, okay. Hack this, hack that. What do you mean I can't watch porn? Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, that's how I was thinking back. When I first heard about the bill, I was like, oh, that's great. Like, this is awesome. But then thinking into it, it's like, okay, well, there are going to be issues that, like, now it's going to be the older people that don't know how to use the internet so well that won't be able to see the porn, and the young kids that do know how to use the internet so
There's gonna
well.
be people from my generation who now go back in my day. We had to go to the newsstand and put a Playboy inside a Mad magazine.
Exactly. But on the other hand, it's kind of like I don't know, it could push people back to buying porn more. Like I don't know. I couldn't say what the right solution is, but
Yeah, I said this last night as well. I think it's a very slippery slope, and I think it's a great thing. I also think it's a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah, it's a mix, and that's the hard thing is like, what is the right thing to do? I know I was reading not too long ago. I think it was Sherry DeVille. She's a porn star. She had
Yeah,
written
hey,
a
shout
whole.
out to Sherry, one of my favorite interviews from 2020.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, she had written up a whole thing about this Utah porn ban and whatever, and she was saying that she thought it would be best to like make devices for kids specifically that they couldn't get on these sites. And I don't know, there's also the problem of like the bill only covers sites that will be, I'm going to explain this bad, but sites that are more than 33.3% pornography are the ones that are going to be banned or need age verification or
Yeah, see,
whatever.
the ones I saw that were targeted, of course, were the two obvious: Pornhub, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Then they were going after Twitter, Instagram, Epsby, and a few other things that it's just like I don't really associate with porn 110%.
Yeah, but that's the problem is what they really need to do is crack down on social media because in my personal opinion, social media is the main problem with children because there's a super high percent of kids that have seen porn accidentally from Twitter, from Reddit, from different sites like these. And it's just like I think social media is going to be like they need to really start cracking down on age verification. Like
I
you
also
have to
think
have an
it's
account to view
cracking down on
anything.
social media, for kids, period, just because
Yeah.
of, not like our generations, but the generation after yours is the
Yeah.
one I worry about.
The iPad babies. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones who
Yeah.
have iPads since the age of 2 up.
Yeah, and it's scary because you don't know what they're seeing. Even on YouTube, which you would think, because YouTube's strict with their rules, you would think YouTube would be completely safe for kids, right? But even just scrolling through kids' YouTube, I've seen crazy stuff pop up. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, I've seen those things like you shut up. Like how did this get passed and is on YouTube for kids?
exactly. Yeah. So it's scary. I mean, my personal opinion is that we just need kids off the internet. I think the internet would be a much more fun place if we didn't have kids here. So maybe if we can make
Get them
devices
off
for
of
them.
the internet and off of planes.
Please. Yeah, right. No, but if we could have like a kids internet that's just like a couple different sites, like informational type sites. And again, it's so complicated that like me saying this, it's hard to say how it would work in reality,
Oh yeah.
but it's just I'm glad to see that they're taking a step to try to prevent it, but at the same time, maybe they're not going about it in the right way. And it's also just the fact that it's got to be the whole state or the whole world that's going to put age verification on there because of the VPNs. Like people are just going to, and I've seen like the statistics have gone up so much as far as like VPN use in Utah. And I think Virginia was the other one that passed the
It
bill.
was either Virginia or one of the Carolinas.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just people are going to find a way around shit all the time. So you got to really make
I've
it
been
foolproof.
watching. I'm gonna date myself. I like got my first experience with porn back in high school, which was back in '89, and ever since I was like, this is awesome, and the people who want to look at it are gonna find ways to look at it regardless of their age.
Yeah.
I think there's a time and a place. At the same time, I do think there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another thing that just needs to be focused on more is sex education because the problem is
Oh hell yeah!
a lot of kids are getting their sex education from porn and it is not that. I know I can say that for me personally. And would I be doing the shit I'm doing today without it? You never know, but it's just
I'd probably still be doing all the same crazy shit I'm doing.
yeah, exactly. But maybe a little more educated about it. You know what I mean? Maybe we would have made a couple less mistakes along the way. So
definitely.
yeah, so I just think it's one problem, but there's a million problems surrounding that. So
Awesome. You can make a porn parody of any TV show or movie. What would it be?
oh, if I could make a point. I always wanted to do this because so I used to go on Instagram Live all the time. I used to be on there like every day. And I've never watched Game of Thrones, but people would come in my Instagram Live and be like, "Do you know who Arya Stark is? Like you look just like her." And I was like, you think Game of Thrones, you think like the long blonde hair, like these like, goddesses or whatever they are. They told me I look like the little boy ass bitch from that show. You don't know how mad I was when I like. No offense to her, like she's cute and everything, but of all the girls on the show, like she's young as fuck, like not dressed in a feminine way. I was like, you motherfuckers. So just because of them, I low-key want to make a parody of that one, just so, hey y'all, I'm Arya Stark getting fucked.
Nice, nice. Are you into anything nerdy?
I am. I'm getting back into it. So I was really into video games when I was younger. I was obsessed, like such a nerd. I didn't talk to people. I was just on my video games all the time. And then I kind of took a break. Like once I started working, I was just so busy. I didn't have a lot of time and going to school and everything like that. But now, like the past year, I was streaming on Twitch a little bit, and that got me way back into video games. So I play Fall Guys all the time, if you know what that is. I was really into Minecraft for a while. I have a Switch, so my Switch can't really handle these games, but yeah,
I have not touched Minecraft in forever.
Minecraft. See, I hadn't either. I played it when it had first came out, and I was obsessed for years. And then after I was in high school, I didn't really play it anymore. And just this past year, when I started streaming on Twitch, people were like, "You gotta play Minecraft. Minecraft's so fun on Twitch," and it was very fun. I had some people coming in trying to like mess up my world and shit, but it's a fun game, and they've updated it so much. Like they've added so many new things to it.
Like I said, it was one of the best babysitting tools I ever had.
Definitely, it will keep you busy forever. I swear.
My best friend started being like, "Can I play Minecraft?" I'm like, "Sure, here's my phone." I'm sure, here's my phone.
I got hazed so bad when I was playing it on Twitch. I would be on there for like 8 hours in a row. People would be like, "The only person I know that plays Minecraft is my little 5-year-old cousin." I was like, okay.
Yeah. So are you binging anything cool?
As far as like shows and stuff.
Yeah, shows, videos.
So I'm not like a huge. I mainly watch YouTube. Like I don't have cable anymore. I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff. I every now and again I'll get into something on Netflix, like a little limited series or whatever. I'm very into true crime and documentaries and things like that. There was the
IDTV.
What was that?
IDTV type stuff.
Yep, exactly. There was one on. It was called like the Murdoch Family or something like that, and it was a whole fucked up situation. But there was a whole limited series on Netflix I had watched. Lately, I've been into Intervention. I love Intervention.
Lately. I don't know why. That has been my jam the last 3 or 4 nights.
Really, Intervention? I love Intervention
because I love it on YouTube. Is they condense them into 12-minute episodes,
and it's so nice to watch them. That's exactly what I do.
And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I was feeling really bad one night. I was like, oh, let me watch a couple episodes of Intervention just to feel better about myself.
And then as soon as you watch a couple, then it turns into 10, and then it's been like hours, and it's like, damn, what am I doing with my life?
It was like 3 hours. It's like, and then I'm at the point, it's like, can I pornify this somehow?
I'm sure it's been done. Another one, if you like Intervention, I also love Vice. I love all the documentaries and shit that Vice does. They had a series called Dope Sick Nation, and that was really good.
I actually streamed that entire thing in about 2 days.
You did? Okay. Yeah, I watched that probably in about the same time, because I just love it. I have my AirPods, and I put my phone on, and just, if I'm cleaning or walking my dog or whatever.
Like I said, normally that's I'm either organizing a comic book collection I just got in for sale, or
there you go.
I'm trying to get myself out of writer's block.
It's nice as like a background thing.
Either that, or I'm trying to, or that's how I can tell. It's late. I'm trying to find something to fall asleep to. Let's go to Intervention. Same here. I know. I always end up falling asleep if I watch it at night, and then I'm like 12 episodes deep. It's like, damn, which one did I leave off on? I don't even remember. and lately, because I really have been thinking of how to make an Intervention porn parody. To the point where I started watching it for research, and I was just, crap, I watched 20 of these. I may need to talk to my therapist about this. Here's what you do. It popped in my brain. So this is like totally unrealistic, right? But you have a junkie girl, right? She's like full-blown heroin addict, fentanyl, all that shit, right? Mad fucked up. You're the interventionalist, and you'd be like, listen, I have this new treatment. It works every time. My dick. And then like nut in her or some shit. And then she's like, oh, I have the nut. I don't want drugs anymore. Awesome sauce. There you go. Please give me 10%. Selena May on that one. What advice would you give for newcomers?
Advice I would give for newcomers, if I'm being honest, I would say I don't want to be too harsh about it, but I would say think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Like, this industry can be great and it can be life-changing for a lot of people, but it can also be life-changing for people in a very, very bad way. And I've seen that happen multiple times, and it can be a tough route. So I think, you should think about why you want to do it, what reasoning you have. If you're just getting in it for money, do not do it, because there's a very big misconception that when
Everyone's making mad money,
because you see
bullshit.
you see Bad Baby and Bella Thorne and these celebrities get on and make $5 million in a day or some shit like that. And everybody's like, oh, OnlyFans, it's just how you can get rich quick, or even Camion or anything like that. And yes, you can make money fast, even with porn. You know what I mean? For a lot of people, making $1,000, $2,000 real quick is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But in the long run, what you don't know is that you don't own that content and you will never see another penny off it again. So it's like, you got to really think about it, really think about what you're doing. And if you genuinely like are just a freaky person and you're open-minded sexually and you just want to put yourself out there, and it can be, especially doing professional porn or even content trades in some way, like it can be a very good thing for people. Like, it can be a safe way for them to explore their kinks and things like that. But at the same time, it can be a very, very bad thing. And I don't know if you've been tapped in with what's been going on Twitter lately, but there have been.
I am to a degree.
Yeah.
If you can explain to my audience what you're talking about, I'd appreciate that.
So basically, there's this account, and you got to go look at that because it's got everything on there. It's called SW Creep Alert. And basically, it started out that like girls were coming out about different guys, like in the industry, different content creators, porn stars that were abusive, were manipulative, coercing girls into doing scenes, whatever. And then it came out that there was a content creator called Heaven POV. I don't know if
I read about this.
Yeah, and I don't know how popular he was. I had heard of him because I had seen other girls that I follow in the industry shoot with him and things like that. But allegedly, there are tens of 20s of however many girls coming out saying this guy crossed their boundaries. He was abusive, socking bitches in the face, doing crazy shit, fucking bitches in the ass when they didn't want to be fucked in. I was like,
that's just wrong.
Yeah, like really disgusting stuff. So as much as the industry can be a good thing, it can also be a very bad thing. And there are a lot of very bad people in the industry.
Yes.
So
I've seen the good, I've seen the bad. And, my whole thing with newcomers is, if this is something you really, really want to do, where this is 2023, there's enough things on Google to help you get started legitimately. Seek out the union that Alana Evans runs, for example.
Yeah, and
it has a mentoring section to it to help guide you through getting started. Hang on. Amazon, shut up. Amazon, stop. Thank you.
Hi, Fernando, by the way. But yeah, so
hey, Fernando, thank you for joining in. If you like what you see, please subscribe.
Apparently, he says that you're very beautiful, Adam.
I love you too.
He is very beautiful.
Roll yourself another blunt.
But yeah, so anyways, just to finish on that topic, I would also say to any newcomers, if you're thinking about getting in the industry, I would first of all try doing some stuff on your own. Like, if you're interested in making home videos, like make them on your own before posting them. You know what I mean? Like, try taking pictures yourself, see how you like it, and just do your research. Don't get into it thinking that it's going to be easy money, because it really isn't. It's actually very difficult to make money in this industry because it's so oversaturated. There's so many people trying to do it. It's, you have to, you're doing everything. You're shooting the content, you're editing the content, you're posting the content, you're marketing the content, which the majority of the work that you're doing is not even shooting the content. It's mostly marketing. So you have to be cool with that. And you also have to be cool with knowing that most likely everyone you've ever known will see the shit. Your parents will probably see it.
This is a tattoo. Once it's out there, it's never, ever going away.
Never, ever. Yeah. And I would also recommend especially young girls, I guess young people in general, if you're like 18, 19 thinking about it, don't. Do not don't. I started when I was 19. I did so many regrettable things that will be out there forever. So, take from my losses and be smart. If you're, in your 20s and above and you've thought about it a lot and it's something that you're genuinely interested in, you're just a freaky person and that's what you like, try it, And I would personally even say before you get into doing anything on video, try going to a sex club or a sex party or something of that sort and see how you enjoy the environment. And because a lot of people I feel maybe aren't meant for the online version of sex work, or even just the sex community. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah,
big sex community that's not online that you
yeah.
can
I
have fun
mean,
and still
there's
have
like a
your
million strip clubs in America. There's a million
exactly.
strip clubs.
And especially if you get on FetLife.com, like FetLife, they show you events in your area. They have all kinds of swingers events and sex parties and sex clubs and all kinds of things. And it's not like those events, I wouldn't even recommend to do anything at your first event. I would recommend just to go and experience it. And
My first event, I sat in a corner and I watched, and occasionally I think people just felt sorry for the blind person in the corner and came over and talked to me.
So don't you
well,
mean you heard, not watched?
So, yeah, my version of seeing, so I heard everything. Okay, you happy now?
He heard and smelled everything. That's it.
okay, that's all you need, okay?
Clarification. All right.
That's all you need. My first sex club, I got fucking drunk as fuck. It was karaoke night and my friend was doing karaoke and I was fucking twerking butt ass naked on the stage. Yeah. It's you never know. Shit goes crazy, but I would just say for anybody that's thinking about getting in the industry, be smart, don't be impulsive. It's not the thing you want to be impulsive about, and just keep in mind that there's equally as many pros. There might even be more cons,
Yeah. All right. How do we start getting more handicapped people into the industry?
I think, just more people putting themselves out there, Like I said, if you're a person that's just freaky and you enjoy the shit, don't be ashamed of yourself. You can be open-minded and just post shit. And the thing is that there's something for everyone. So regardless of if you have a disability, if you're, bigger and whatever, or if you're self-conscious or if you're super skinny and stuff, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, yeah, just there's something for everybody. And one of the positive things that I did find from the industry is that when I started, I was still a teenager, right? So I was so young and, still had so many insecurities and things like that. As soon as I started getting online, the things that I was insecure about, guys would be like, oh, that's the hottest thing about you. So it makes you kind of realize that the things that you're insecure about, most people don't even notice or realize that you would be insecure about it.
Yeah.
So
my whole thing was just at one point I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play the blindness card for everything it's worth, and every social worker who told me I was never gonna have anything cool or amount to anything.
That's probably a kink, though.
I occasionally send them my own my mini vids. Be like, I just worked with this person. Who's laughing now?
Right? No, listen, I mean, like I said, there's a kink for everything. So you would be surprised. Like I said about, starting in the industry, do your research, because I'm sure you will find some stuff that you never even thought was out there. Even especially on sites like ManyVids, sites I don't want to condone Pornhub right now because I'm not really the biggest fan of Pornhub, but all these different sites.
I for some reason they've denied me twice to make content on there because they keep on saying that they can't see my ID or something.
On Pornhub?
Yeah.
Pornhub's not that great. I wouldn't even.
I don't care.
I mean, it's okay for advertisement, if you wanted to advertise your OnlyFans or whatever. But personally, I'm not a huge fan. I don't know.
That's fair enough. That's my two favorites are ManyVids and Clips for Sale.
Agreed. So, okay, let me ask you about Clips for Sale real quick because I've been wanting to get on there. Do you like Clips for Sale? Have you had a good experience?
I've had an amazing experience.
Okay, awesome. Because I've been thinking about it because I've heard a lot of good things. I was on one for a little bit. It was called Amateur Porn at the time. I think it changed to AP Clips. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't stay on there for very long because I was on for 6 months and I think I made maybe one sale. So
So will you be at any conventions in the next outside of Exotica? Are there any other events you'll be at?
So I will be at Exotica Miami and Exotica New Jersey, possibly DC. I'm not sure about that yet. Begged for peace. I love it. I'm sorry. I will most likely be at the 420 event.
How was that last year? I know that you and JV both went. I did not make it last year.
It was fun. It was really cool. I only went on Saturday. I just went for a couple hours, but it was really cool. I mean, it wasn't as big as Exotica is, but I think it was because it was the first year. So I think this year they'll probably have some more vendors and because it was at the same convention center as Exotica New Jersey. So I'm used to seeing that convention center packed full. There's not a single space. So it wasn't as busy as that, but it was really cool. They had an outside space set up where you could smoke at 420. We were all doing dabs and shit out there. So got high as fuck. They had really good mac and cheese. So it was basically a stoner stream. Actually, I got some really cool stuff. I got my favorite pipe from there, which is this little alien guy. And I got him for $20.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got this and I'll show you this one too. I got this one, which is actually freezable. It has like liquid in there. You can freeze it and it hits right.
That's amazing.
So yeah, listen, I got both of them for the 420 convention Exotica put on. I don't know what the exact name of it is, but I would recommend it.
I think they just call it I think in the advertising they just call it 420 Con.
420 Con? Okay. Yeah, it was really fun. I would recommend definitely you should go, especially if you're a fan of weed and good food. That's the way to go.
I guess I have to see if I can extend one more press pass for 420. I almost forgot about it.
Yeah. It was nice though. It was I don't know if they'll have it the same time this year, but it was in September, so it was nice because like Exotica Miami's in July, then that was in September, then there was a little break till Jersey in October.
So I'll have a little break just to prepare for New York Comic Con and then Exotica.
Yeah. Another one that I was thinking about going to, which I also want to ask you if you've ever been. Have you ever been to TwitchCon?
I have not been to TwitchCon yet.
It's going to be in Vegas this year.
Really?
October. I was like, I saw that because I just started streaming on Twitch this year. And I'm not like big by any means or anything, but I was
It's
like,
an excuse to go back into Vegas. So.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, TwitchCon, and I get to hang out in Vegas.
And your channel will be big in no time, so don't you worry.
Listen, I was super proud of myself because I got my affiliate in a week. Like,
ooh, you're on a good path. That's
so
awesome.
Thank you. I got that in a week, and then I saw that there was a partnership program, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm getting the partnership. Didn't get it. That shit, you have to have an average of 75 viewers streaming 25 plus hours. I was like,
don't you
my
worry,
average
it's
is
coming
like 5.
soon. No pun intended.
Yes, please. But I've been thinking about I do want to check out TwitchCon still, but I've been thinking about streaming on Kick, if you guys have heard of that.
No, I have not.
It's like I think it's just kind of like an alternative to Twitch, but it's got less rules and less censorship. A lot of Twitch creators have been moving over there since so many people get banned off Twitch.
Yeah, I heard it's real easy to get banned on Twitch.
It is, and especially since like they banned gambling and all that stuff, I think people do gambling on Kick. So
nice.
Yeah.
So are you available for bookings anywhere or?
So I'm not. I only shoot content with one person. So, but I do like photo shoots and I do things like that every now and again. Like I do collabs that are like non-sexual, but like, you know what I mean, not full fucking type shit. So I have been interested, honestly. Soft, yeah, exactly. Like for example, I just put out a video not too long ago where like I had my friends over and they cucked me basically. Like they fucked in front of me and I like masturbated and made out with the girl type shit. So
okay, would you be up for doing any type of cosplaying in the future?
I would do see, I'm like the least girly girl in the world. Like I can barely do makeup, I can barely do shit, I can barely pick an outfit out. But if you tell me like wear this wig, put this makeup on, wear this outfit, I will gladly do it. Because I've been wanting to do, people always tell me I look like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. So I'm like, I should fucking do that shit.
You would pull that off really well.
Yeah, actually, that could be easily arranged because I'm looking for someone to cosplay for my Whatnot channel.
Okay, awesome. Listen,
you would also make a great huntress. Look her up. I think
Oh,
that outfit would be really
let me see.
fire on you. Huntress.
Which version of the costume, though?
Oh man. Like when the first time she
Oh,
came out.
All right, so the '70s version.
she got
Yeah.
like the pole on her and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I
see.
like that.
Don't you see yourself in her? Come on
I
now.
I see it. I see it. I like that. And
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do like a poison ivy because I love plants. I have
Ooh,
like so many like huge plants and things like
See,
that. I
that
always
could
thought
be
it'd be
arranged
fun.
too.
So do you have
Okay.
a red wig already? Let's
I
go.
don't. I
We gotta
don't.
get some
That's
I
easy.
plants and a
That's
red
easy
wig.
enough to get.
I I did a wig one time when I first started doing cam, and I look back at the pictures and like it was just like a Party City wig, and it looked so bad. My
You said
real
Party
hair was hanging
City.
out. I was like, never again.
We'll definitely be in touch on that.
Okay, yeah, definitely, because I'm definitely open to that. And what I was gonna say is I've been thinking about doing like more dom content because I've always done more like submissive content, but I don't know. I think it would be
All
kind of
right,
fun
so
to
if you
like
want to do more dom content and you want to peg a blind guy, I'm
possibly.
That-
You listen. I need to take out my anger somehow.
I'm dead serious. I'll volunteer.
That sounds so unholy.
The bed, you know, do whatever
Like
you
the
want
blind
with me.
guy.
But see, I was thinking more shit like I want like a human ashtray. Like I want to smoke my blunt and flick it into your mouth type shit.
Oh damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did when I was at DC last year in 2022. I did a what was his name? It was like Squisher or something. But anyways, he came up to the MFC booth, which is where I go with them for Exotica. But I was camming. He's like, "Can you squish me?" I was like, "What?"
Whoosh.
He's like, "Just step on me." I was like,
Oh, damn.
okay. So I'm just like walking on him, twerking on him, like, oh, this is fun. And then he became human furniture. He like literally bent backwards and became a chair for me. I was like, this is kind of fun. Like I could do this. So if there's any human ashtrays, human furnitures out there,
Well,
hit me up.
I think you should hire the guy just in case you're going to any cons and you get tired. You'd be like, form into a chair, and the guy just bend.
Transform into the chair now.
I could
My
see
feet are
this.
tired. I need a chair. Literally.
She's
Yeah,
the way
that's
you live in the Dom life. What? Whereby?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because I've done little shit on cam before. Like, there's a thing called AnyDesk, and basically it allows you to like control people's screens. So there's some people that have the kink that are just like, oh, control my computer, and I'll just like keep tipping myself, tip my friends, like.
Oh damn.
That's my kind of shit. I'm like, okay, hearing that dollar sign come through my cash app is
Ding,
what turns me
ding,
on.
ding, ding.
Yep.
That's awesome. Where can my audience find you online?
So you can just search Selena May XO, wherever that is. Yeah, that's my username. My link tree, it has everything on there. I have the same username everywhere. So Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. I think I don't use Reddit too much, but ManyVids, my free cams, Sex Panther, OnlyFans, everywhere. So yeah, I would just say check out my link tree. That's where you
Adam?
can.
Yeah.
Adam? Your boy
Yes.
JV jumped in. You want me to add him in here?
Yeah, bring him in here.
Yeah.
He's hopping in at the last. He
Yo.
had the late.
Hi.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Good to see you.
I just
Hey,
wanted
Calamity's
to say
in the
hi.
house too.
So, yeah, I know y'all my people. So,
It's good to see you. I know I was like stalking your YouTube a little bit today, and I saw you were on his past streams, and I was like, oh my gosh, is JV
oh,
gonna be
this
on
is
there
my
too?
boy right here, dude. Like every
He's one of my
Tuesday,
best,
I
one of
gotta
my three
literally,
best friends in the world. So
And I
I
hear
come
you're an
from
editor
work.
too.
dude. I come from work and I do it with him. Like I'm tired as hell. I just be on this shit. So I just want to come and say hi because like you my peoples and shit.
Oh, well, thanks for saying hi. Are you coming to Exotica this year? Are you coming to Miami?
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
up in there. You gotta
If
come to
not-
Jersey, or at least the 420.
Nah, yeah, I'll definitely. You know, I'm already at 420, so like
Okay,
my
as you
birthday's
should.
in a week. So
Oh, nice! Happy almost birthday.
yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be in the area, but like, let me know.
Yeah, possibly. Are you a Taurus then, or are you a different sign?
Nah, Gemini.
Gemini. Oh, a Gemini. Spicy.
Gemini.
Okay.
If you're in the area, let me know. I got a blunt with your name on it.
Shit, tell me what. I just listen, I'm pissed. Like low-key, let me go off real quick. My apartment complex, I lived here for years, and they started giving me all these, we're getting complaints about marijuana. We're getting complaints about marijuana. I gotta go outside to smoke now. I'm like, bitch, I'm
What?
moving. I'm out.
Just make that shit, bro.
That's why but see, I'm into like dabs and all that shit, and like I'm
I
not trying to
feel
bring my blowtorch into my car and bullshit like that.
All right, well, I'm a dip because I know it's his show. So I just want to say what's
It's
up.
okay. It was great to see you.
Wait.
Good to see
JD,
y'all as well.
excuse me, John.
You're.
You know this. You always have an open door policy. Any night you want to be on.
I know. It was Selena. That's why I popped on. If it was anybody else, I would have just let you do your thing.
No. You always have you always have a home here, man.
I've been a fan of her since I bumped into her at 420 and didn't realize it until like 20 minutes later. I was
Dude,
like,
I was so high. I think we were all so high at the 420 Expo that we were all just like
let
bumbling
me ask
around.
you this: as someone who wasn't there last year, so does everyone just stay outside the entire convention?
pretty much. Like
Yeah.
the floor was so empty compared to like Jersey or DC. Like the floor was so empty. But it was just weird because I was literally walking in. I saw her and I'm like, she looks familiar. And then it hit me like 20 minutes later. I was like, oh shit. And then I went back to try to find her and I was like, fuck. She's probably so gone. Like
I wasn't there for that long because I got high as fuck. I went outside and started doing dabs, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm high. I need to go."
yeah, just be careful because my boy. I ended up taking a friend of mine there, and he was like, "Dude, I almost fell."
He got so high.
Yeah, he was like, "I almost fell." So just be careful.
It's strong shit there.
But,
They don't play.
I'm a dip. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of the show.
Good to see you.
Much love, JD.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch
Selena,
tomorrow.
if you need me at any point, just hit me up. You know my info.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I got you.
Love that guy.
How
Follow
do I
him at
leave?
I am Jay-Z Wheels all over the internet.
Follow him. Follow
I
him.
forgot how
follow
do I leave on this shit.
I
You're
got
stuck.
Tony.
You have to stay forever. Surprise guest and everything. Sheesh.
Yep. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you have an amazing night, and we will definitely be in touch about the cosplay.
Definitely. Sounds good.
And one last time before Selena leaves, folks, you must follow her on social. So please make sure to visit her link tree at
Follow me.
Selena MAEXO and all over the Twitter just to get a little tease. Believe you me, you won't regret it.
You can't see it now, but I do have a very fat ass. It's hiding in my sweatpants, but check the Twitter.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
We'll have to use the Braille system. We'll verify that. Because the bigger the booty, the better.
Agreed.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
sure.
you have a great night.
Thank you
Bless.
guys. You too. Thanks
Bye.
for having me.
Yep.
Bye.
Al, can you please play the Let's All Go to the Lobby and then the Domino's commercial?
You want the? All right, here we go, kiddo.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
It's your call. You can enjoy the fresh baked quality from Domino's Pizza or take your chances with the Noid. You can have pizza made to your order, or you can count on our famous 30-minute delivery, or you can taste the quality from Domino's Pizza, so avoid the Noid. Domino's Pizza delivers. Call now.
Awesome sauce. Domino's needs to bring the Noid back.
And Selena says thank you for having her once more on the messages.
Thank you for being a guest, Selena. Everyone, please go follow her.
That's
Selena
amazing guest.
XO. And she was awesome. And before we just got two more things before we call it a night. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is taking over the world. And the main player, just like Peter Parker is the star of Spider-Man live action, Miles Morales is big pimping with animation. All right, Miles Morales. It's Miles' story with Across the Spider-Verse, and rightfully so, because Miles is the Spider-Man of a generation. So I was looking on eBay for some books to invest in. This is what I do. We make money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, yeah, yeah, on the comics. So there is a Ultimate Spider-Man 0, which reprints Miles' disappearance in Ultimate Fallout 4. This came out in 2011-ish or 2013-ish, something like that, to Halloween Fest. And it's quite cheap. For those of those who can't afford the first print or the second print, or you're pissy that you don't like facsimile editions, because there was a facsimile of the Ultimate Fallout 4, this, I believe the picture's on the screen, because I'm a dumbass, is the way to go. They're cheap. They're between $5 to about $10. And they're also great because the voice actor who plays Miles Across the Spider-Verse will be at Fan Expo Philly in a couple weeks, and I think he's doing other fan expos and Compocalypse and all those other cool shows throughout the season. And like I said, cheap. This is a fun investment. You're not going to become rich on it, but you may be able to flip it for a few bucks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So make your money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, yeah, yeah. With Spider-Man and shit. Big pimp. Now, another thing I'd like to show, and maybe I should have shown this to Selena, because I'm a dumbass. Mr. Dumbass. That's the name in Spanish. A dumbass. I like that. But if you're a fan of Frank Cho, and if you're a fan of Frank Cho's XXX comic book art, look at this shit. Bring up the Superior Spider-Man piece.
There it goes. And Calamity says that you got that at 7-Eleven apparently, and don't forget to donate your car today.
Can everyone tell Calamity at Calamity_collectibles to go fuck himself and to go fuck Carster kids up their stupid asses? Look at me. I got Carster kids. Even my own father betrayed me. Because he donated his Carster kids, and there's a Carster kids magnet in his fucking garage. I'm not a fan. But look at this beautiful Frank Show art. Doc Ock is gonna rock Aunt May's world. Because Aunt May is a gilf. She's a slut. She's awesome. If you don't believe that Aunt May Riley Parker was freaky, check out Mark Millar's 5-issue miniseries, Trouble. Hey! This isn't Tuesday night! What, you think this is Tuesday night all of a sudden? Where you can just play that fucking song?
Apparently, Calamity has responded that you're an only fan. Ooh.
Is that supposed to be some type? That doesn't make any sense.
I guess it was based on something you said prior.
Yeah, but
it lost its moment.
That's true. But I love Frank Cho's art. He also did one of these for the cover of Amazing Spider-Man.
Adam, you do realize that on the top of Dr. Octopus Schlong, he's one of the arms is holding a sign that says Superior Spider Dong.
Yep.
How Aunt May broke her hips. Oh my.
Hell yeah. and like I said, if anyone wants to read a almost XXX origin of Aunt May and Uncle Ben and May and Ben Parker, Mark Millar's Trouble with Terry Dodson art from 2003, 2004-ish. It's a 5-issue indie series. I know it's out of print, and I know Marvel has no desire to ever put it back in.
They said hell no on that one, huh?
Yeah, it basically shows that Ben and May and Ben and Peter's parents and his Uncle Ben and his Aunt May were all swingers, and they're all into each other. Great stuff by one of the greatest comic book creators of all time. That would be Mr. Mark Millar. who's got this great series of ambassadors coming out. And with that said, I want to thank Selena May for being a guest. Check her out at Selena May XL everywhere. Want to thank JV Wheels for stopping by. I am JV Wheels. Want to thank the greatest producer and one of my best friends on the planet, Al, the voice of God Mega. www.comiccrusaders.com. Go to them for all your comic book news needs. You tried the rest, now try the best. Comic Crusaders. www.comiccrusaders.com. I'm very happy to call myself a Crusader, and the next Pip in the Long Box will be there soon. I apologize for the delay. Remember, you don't intend to have a vision. It's not what happens to what you do about it. Please, go chase your dreams. You just might catch them. This is America where the streets are paved with gold. I'd like to thank Mike's Hard Lemonade for keeping me, not thirsty throughout the day. Mike's Lemonade is awesome sauce. I love you all. Boy, I'm out.
Like a pimp.